Well, hello, sports fans. Welcome to tonight's basketball game. I'm Bill Hampton, along with my sidekick tonight, Ed Gargas. We're going to have two cameras working for you tonight. At midcourt will be Brandon Horton. He'll be high above midcourt. And here behind one of the baskets up with us will be Rick DePriest, our producer tonight, Tyler Wagner. And we will bring you the Scott City Rams and the Dexter Bearcats game. Ed, let's talk about the teams coming in. Both of them need a win.
Yes, they do. Dexter, as you know, has had some key injuries. They're starting to come back from those injuries. We saw Taylor Gerald get some minutes the other night. Here, Brent Hester and Jake Bollinger are back as well. Got to see them in limited action, but it's good to see them on the court before the Bloomfield Christmas tournament next week.
Yep.
But Dexter did get a win the other night against Richland. Well-played game by the Bearcats, I understand. I did not get to see that game as I was traveling. Scott City comes in here looking for a win, and so they're going to be playing with a lot of intensity. They say looks like they got their uniform haircut. Everybody kind of taking like the Notre Dame soccer team, bleaching their hair blonde with the exception of one or two. So ought to be an exciting game, let's hope, Bill.
Well, let's hope it is. The Bearcats, again, really look well Friday night. They tell us we were doing the Rector-Marmaduke rivalry. That's always a great game down there. Similar to the Dexter-Bernie, not quite as, I guess, a heated rivalry, as I should say. But they have a good time, and it was a good ball game. But Bearcats get their first win, and they're probably the best 1-5 team in Southeast Missouri.
I would agree. And every year, well, or at least last several, we talk about that, especially at the Christmas tournament.
Yep.
They'll come in with only one win or no wins, but with a very high seed because of the level of competition that conference tournament they start out in the season with, and then they always play some big-time talent like Sykeston, Notre Dame, those type teams, preparing themselves for their run at the Stoddard County tournament in the middle of the season.
Well, you alluded to Taylor Gerald being back, also Brent Hester, and I see out tonight on the court, dressed out, moving around, Jacob Bollinger, and he could be a big help if the young man can play. I know he had a freak accident that first game of the season, and tell us about what happened there. Oh, I thought you were the one telling me. They were doing a shoot around before the the warm up.
Yes.
And one of the balls went over toward a cheerleader, and she just in turn shoved it back out on the floor. He goes up to shoot a jump shot, comes down and lands on that ball that's being rolled out. And they think he may have fractured the bottom of that foot. So let's hope that's not the case, and the young man is back and ready to play. Again, we want to welcome you to this broadcast, and we want to thank our sponsors and all those that help bring this game.
Spectators to keep in mind that good sportsmanship is expected at Dexter High School as we set good examples for our students, players.
Lloyd Heighton talking about the sportsmanship. He's the public address announcer for the Bearcats. Has a wonderful voice, does a great job.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Argaton, Arbu, a player, or an official. We also request that all fans please keep a lid on their soft drink bottles and throw any trash in the containers conveniently located throughout the facility. Also, we'd like to remind you that the Dexter Public Schools is a no-smoking campus. It's that time. Please rise for our singing.
Now we're going to have our national anthem.
DHS student Melinda Mayo.
Melinda Mayo is going to be singing the national anthem tonight.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming?
They've got some talented young people all throughout our area that sing the national anthem, but that was as good as you'll hear Melinda Mayo. Starting lineups tonight for the Scott City Rams. They're 0-5. They're coached by Mark Dan Mueller, assisted by Ryan Miller. They start number 3, a junior, a 5'11 junior. It's Landon Robert. Also number 10, a 5'10 sophomore, Jesse Sander. A 6'4 junior, number 22, Hunter Cox. A 5'8 senior, Justin Modglin. And a 6' sophomore, number 34, Ryan Fortner. That's Robert, Sanders, Cox, Modglin, and Fortner. The Bearcats come in 1-5. They're coached by Rob Nichols, assisted by Sean Geatley and Terry Hester. They start number 4, a 5'9 senior, Jake Cox, a 5'7 junior, wearing number 5, Jordan Fitz, a 6'7 senior, wears number 21, Alan Flanagan, a 6'2 junior, number 23, Jake Lee, and number 24, a 6'2 junior, Tyler Miller. That's Cox, Fitz, Flanagan, Lee, and Miller. Referees tonight, Lee Jones, Tim Harmon, and Pat Sarda. Folks, get you a cold soda. Get you a glass of iced tea if you don't like a soda. Get you some water, a hot dog, and popcorn. Get the seatbelts on. It's high school basketball, and we're ready from Bearcat Event Center. Jumping for the Rams will be Hunter Cox, a 6'4 junior. He'll jump against 6'7 Alan Flanagan of the Bearcats. Tim Harmon will toss it up. We're ready. Nothing better than high school basketball, Ed.
I agree.
Dexter will control the tip. Fitz will bring it into the front court. Rams in a zone. Ball skipped over to Fitz. Lee had it, get it back to Fitz. Down in the corner to Miller for 3. Will not go. Flanagan with a rebound. A turnaround, will not go. Rebound that time by Cox of the Rams. Sanders into the front court, gives it up to Roberts. Both teams in a zone, Ed. That kind of shocked me. 3-pointer that time, put up a Sanders, will not go, and we've got a foul. Foul will go against Jesse Sanders, his first, team's first. 7:22 left in his first period of play, no score. Full court press put on by the Rams. Dexter breaks it. Cox to Fitz to Miller. Miller drives a baseline, gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan inside, puts it up, scores it.
Nice move there by Allen. Taking advantage of his height.
Dexter in a full court press, Rams break it. Sanders across the timeline. He gives it to Robert. Robert drives, puts up a shot. It's short. Rebounded by Lee. Lee gets it to Cox. Cox into the front court very quick. Back to Lee. Lee has it. We're going to have our second foul on the Rams, and it's going to go against number 22, Hunter Cox. His first, team second. Cox is a good-sized young lad now.
Yes, he is. Giving up a few inches to Allen, but does a great job plugging up the middle of the lane.
Big frame kid. Flanagan on the wing. Gives it out front to Cox. He puts up a shot, will not go. It's rebounded by Hunter Cox of the Rams. Quickly down the floor of the Rams. Sanders has it. Gets it to Robert. Back to Sanders. Down to Modglin. Inside there to Fortner. Modglin with a shot, will not go. Fitz pulls down the rebound. He brings it down, gets it to Cox. Cox back to Fitz. 6:10 left. Way out front for 3 is Flanagan. It goes in and out. Rams with the rebound.
That's Fortner on that rebound.
Nice shot that time. Put up a Robert. Couldn't get it to go.
Nice rebound there by Tyler Miller.
Both teams a little cold. Neither team had school today. A lot of times that plays havoc with you. Nice drive that time, but Miller wouldn't go. Lee with a putback puts the Bearcats on top 4-0 with 5:40 left in his first period of play. Sanders received a pass that time from Robert to break the press. So far, Scott City's not had problem with that press, Ed.
Not yet, not yet.
Good move inside by Cox. Couldn't get it to go. Flanagan had a hand in his face. Miller with the rebound. Fitz quickly in the front court to Flanagan. Flanagan skips it all the way over to Cox, to Miller, back to Cox. Inside the lead, he puts up an 8-footer, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go the line to shoot 2.
Scott City foul number 22, Hunter
Jake did a
Cox.
good job receiving the pass and trying to break to the glass there. Found himself just slightly out of position, but he was fouled on the shot.
Yeah, Hunter Cox, his second foul, team's third. Lee's first one short.
Checking in for Dexter, number 22, Logan Roby. And for the Rams, number 50, Zach Estes.
Miller out for the Bearcats. Roby in. Roby wears number 22. Lee knocks the second one down. Number 50, Zach Estes in for the Rams. Cox is out with those fouls. Modulin with the ball, gets it up to Fortner. Shot that time for 3, would not go.
By Robert.
Robert tried to put her in. Cox quickly into the front court. Fitz has it. Down to Flanagan. Boy, he's double teamed quick. Fitz is going to drive. Puts up a shot, short. There's Lee with the rebound. Puts it up, will not go. Tips it back, will not go. Flanagan with a tip, will not go, but he's going to be called for a foul on the back. It's Alan Flanagan, his first, team's first. Excuse me, Roby with the foul. Lee Jones is going to come give me that whistle one of these nights. And I didn't mean anything bad. I just thought that's who they're going to call it on. I tell you, I'm impressed the way the Rams are handling the press. They're taking their time. That's what you got to do against the zone press, is pass it, not dribble it.
Right.
We're going to have a foul on Roby. It's going to be his second.
Number 22, Logan Roby.
Team second. 4:25 left in this first period of play. Modulin the inbound for the Rams. 3-pointer that time, put up by Sanders, will not go. The big guy, Estes, put a shot up. It was blocked. Flanagan down, he's going to jam it. A two-hand slammer. Exclamation point. Flanagan down, he's going to jam it. A two-hand. Flanagan down, he's going to jam it. A two-hand. Flanagan down, he's going to jam it. A two-hand. Well, you got to see the replay over and over and over if you missed it the first time. That's something new. We'll talk about that in a minute. Dexter on the run, Fitz up, puts it down. 9-0 with 3:45 left to go in the first quarter. We got timeout on the floor. We'll be right back.
Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacy.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on cars.com or autotrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Well, welcome back. We've got an instant replay machine. It worked well in football. Basketball's a little bit different because the motion, it keeps going. In football, you have about 30 seconds between plays, and the machine got stuck on Tyler, so you got to see that play. We're not trying to rub it in anybody's face. You just got to see it a bunch of times. Charlie Flanagan, the father of Allen, will really like that. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Taylor Gerald in for the Bearcats after
Estes,
that timeout.
Estes with a shot, couldn't get it to go. Flanagan looks like he's grimacing a little bit. I hope he didn't turn an ankle there. Sifford has the ball, gets it over to Roby, out to Cox. Taylor Gerald with it. Sifford going to put up a 3, write it down. Josh Sifford with a big 3. 12-0 with 3:10 left in this first quarter. You know, the other night in the first quarter, Richland did not score. They were down 23-0. Cox that time drives in. We're going to have a blocking foul. Blocking foul will go against Justin Modulin, his first. Team's fourth. To the line to shoot 2 will be Jake Cox. He's not scored in the game. But it's almost like football. You know, you talk about, well, this team hasn't given up any points in the first quarter, and so far, in almost 11 minutes of play, first quarter, the Bearcats have not given up any points. Alex Eichhorn, a 6-foot senior, wears number 11 in for the Rams. Cox second shot will not go. Well, it does. He gets the bounce on it, goes in. Bryn Hester checking in for
Jake Cox.
Number 11, Bryn Hester.
Jake Cox.
Yeah, Bryn Hester, number 11, checking in for the Bearcats. Cox out for a blow. Good ball movement by the Rams. I mean, you know, if you're a coach, you got to be happy. They've only had like one turnover against the press, and you know that's almost unheard of. You generally have a walking, ball passed out of bounds or whatever, and they're doing a good job handling the ball.
Yep.
2:41 left in this first quarter. As you can see, the score that we're not able to put the clock on the board, so we just put the minutes for you. Rams will inbound under their own basket. Robert will inbound. He gets it to Modglin. Skips it over to Sanders. Back to Robert. Sanders still with the ball. Sifford on him. Highcorn with the ball on the wing. Gets it back out to Robert. Robert gets it inside to Fortner. Fortner with a shot. It's blocked. Flanagan with a block. Gerald comes away with it. Gets it to Sifford, to Roby. Back to Sifford. Inside to Flanagan. We're going to have a foul. Foul will go against Ryan Fortner, his first, team's fifth. 2:05 left in this first quarter of play. Bearcats will inbound under their basket. Roby will inbound. He gets it to Flanagan, to Sifford. Skip it over to Roby down in the corner. Flanagan from a long three, write it down, Alan Flanagan. He has 7 in a quarter. 1:45 left in his first period of play. Again, Scott City. Well, there's a turnover there. Bryn Hester with a takeaway.
Great
Hester's going to
anticipation.
drive, puts up a runner, scores it.
Good anticipation by Bryn on that steal.
Yeah. Hester took a ball to the hole with a lot of exclamation point there, and does a little scooper and puts it in. Nice shot. Logan Henson, a 5'7" junior, checking in for the Rams. Hester completes the three-point play. 1:36 left in this first quarter. Robert has it, gets it to Henson. Henson gets it to Sanders. Sanders on a drive, puts it up, will not go. Gerald with the rebounds to Sifford. Sifford quickly down the floor to Flanagan. Flanagan going to drive in. He's going to be fouled on the floor. That time by number 34, Ryan Fortner, his second, team sixth. Next foul by the Rams will send the Bearcats to the line for the bonus. Tyler Miller coming back in for the Bearcats, checking out his Roby. Flanagan gets the first. They're in the 1-and-1.
Yes.
I missed
7.
a foul somewhere, but that's not unusual for me.
Flanagan checking in for Dexter number 5, Jordan Fitz.
Fitz back in for Dexter. Sifford out. Miller's also in for the Bearcats. Estes with the ball. He gets it to Henson. Sanders in the middle. He gets it over to Robert. We're going to have a foul on the floor. Taylor Gerald is going to be his first, team's third.
His first personal.
.105 left in this first quarter of play. Good takeaway that time on the inbounds pass by Tyler Miller. He's going to bring it into the front court, gets it to Flanagan. Flanagan's going to drive, kicks it out to Hester. Hester pulls it back, drives in, kicks it out to Fitz. Fitz puts it up, scores it, hits a three. Jordan Fitz with 5 in the quarter. Henson with the ball, he gets it to Estes, back to Henson, to Sanders. Sanders down in the corner to Robert. Robert still with the ball. He has a ball taken away, but a foul. Foul's going to be on
number 5, I believe. Nope, out. Fitz.
Oh, they're going to call Bryn Hester. Lee Jones told me to tell you, wait till he
Absolutely.
after he told me to tell you, okay.
That's why I always said I think. But like we like to say, those guys are right down there on it.
Yep, they are.
Get a lot better angle than we do.
Estes kicks the ball to Henson. Henson still with the ball. Gets it to Robert. Robert puts up a runner, scores
There
it.
it is.
First basket for the Rams. 24-2 with 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Flanagan going to put up a three, scores it. Boy, a soft shot from the corner.
For the Bearcats for 3.
That's going to end the first quarter with the Bearcats on top, 27-2. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Hi, I'm
Satisfaction is our #1 goal at Allen Christian and Dexter.
With Allen, Terry, Bruce, and our experienced sales staff, we make your buying experience simple.
We can get you the right vehicle, new or pre-owned, at the right price. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Our selection of Buick and GMCs is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or better yet, in person.
Plus, after the sale, we'll take care of all your service needs.
You'll like the way we do business at Allen, Christian, and Dexter.
Welcome back. Bearcats going with Cox, Fitz, Lee. Also, number 33, Jacob Bollinger into the game, and Miller. Rams going with Robert, Eichhorn, Henson, Estes. Shot put up that time, will not go, out of bounds over to the Bearcats.
And Sanders is the fifth
Sanders,
starter
number
there
10, thank you.
for the Rams.
Fits into the front court, gets it to Cox. Well, it's good to see Bollinger out there. I know the young man wants to play, and that was a freak accident, and I guarantee you he could really help the Bearcats. Miller with a shot from 14, scores it. Nice soft shot by the junior, his first 2 of the night. Flanagan had 12 in that first quarter.
Try to set the trap there, but ball's going to go off the Bearcats and remain with the Rams.
Henson will inbound. Gets it back court to Sanders. Back to Henson. Henson skips that ball over. Nice drive that time by
Robert.
Landon Robert. It's his second basket. 7:20 left to go in this first half. We're going to have a walking call against Bollinger. Couldn't get his feet set, and he skipped it a little bit there. Henson will inbound. Again, hope that you like that instant replay and like the 2 cameras. We'll be using 2 cameras at Bloomfield in the last night. We got a blocking foul against Logan Henson.
Foul number 2, Logan
His
Henson
first.
at the line, shooting 2 for Dexter, Jake Cox.
Team's 8 to the line to shoot 2 will be Jake Cox. Cox is 1 for 2 from the line. Knocks the first one down. We'll be talking about that Bloomfield Christmas tournament at halftime. So stay on, we'll give you the bracket on it. Cox knocks the second one down. Dexter still in a press. 2-2-1 zone press. Estes gets it to Henson, who gets into the front court. He's double teamed. Gets it to Robert. Skips it over to Sanders for 3. Will not go. Cox with the rebound for the Bearcats. Gets it to Fitz. Back to Cox. Bollinger out front. Thought about it. Pulls it back. Gets it to Fitz. Fitz has it taken and knocked out of his hands by Henson. 6.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Robert with the ball. bounces it off of Miller as he looked like he couldn't get control of it. Good play on his part.
Heads up play there by Robert.
Yeah. Robert will inbound for the Rams. Skips it back to Henson. Robert for the corner for three. Write it down.
Three-point basket by Landon Robert for the Rams.
You know, they were cold at first quarter. They had some good looks at it. It wasn't like, you know, Dexter's defense was all over them. They just couldn't get it down. Nice move that time. But Jake Lee used that left hand.
Way to split the defenders, use that left hand, and results in 2 points for Jake Lee.
Nice move by Jake Lee. We're under 6 minutes left in this first half. Good takeaway by Bollinger. Trying to hit Cox on a fast break, but Henson steps in and takes it away. Again, the Dexter defense collapsing there in the center. Ball loose, ran down by Sanders. He gets it to Robert, kicks it inside.
Down to Henson. Or Eichhorn, excuse me.
Eichhorn, and Eichhorn was fouled.
Dexter foul number 33, Jacob Bollinger.
Jacob Bollinger, his first, team's fifth.
Dexter number 12, Josh Sifford for the Rams, number 34.
Sifford coming in for Fitz for the Bearcats. Coming out is Estes. Checking in for him. I couldn't tell, Ed. It's Fortner. Fortner's back into the game. Shot put up that time by Sanders. Air ball. Taken out. Down by the Bearcats. Sifford still with the ball. A drive. Drives in. Nice move. Couldn't get it to go. Henson with a rebound. Quickly down the floor. Ball slapped out of bounds by Miller of the Bearcats with 5:12 left. Flanagan checking back in. Bollinger going out. Tell you what, I know that Coach is glad to see Bollinger out on that floor again.
Absolutely. Jake plays good head-up basketball. A little rusty tonight, but Coach got to get him some minutes, I'm sure, and let him work that out.
I thought he looked good. Good inside pass that time to Modulin, or to Fortner. He put it up, will not go. Lee with a rebound. Gets it to Cox in the front court. Miller to Flanagan inside. He puts it up, scores it.
Flanagan for two.
Good ball movement that time by the Bearcat offense. Roby getting ready to check in for the Bearcats. Cox for the Rams.
Taylor Gerald also there on the sideline for the Bearcats.
Flanagan with a step-in takeaway. Miller drives in, puts it up, will not go. He gets it, comes back in, but he came from out of bounds without establishing inside. He still had a foot out of bounds. Turnover to the Rams.
Also checking in for the Rams, number 23.
Modulin checks in for the Rams. Along with Cox for the Bearcats, you have Gerald checking in along with Roby. Cox skips it down to Sanders. Sanders gets it to Robert. Robert still with the ball. We got a foul. I got a pushing foul. Foul will go against
Foul 21,
Alan Flanagan.
First personal,
His
team
first,
foul number 6.
team 6. The next foul on Bearcats will put the Rams into 1-1. Robert the inbound. Great hustle that time by Jake Cox. He goes in and he just threw the ball up from Flanagan. He was going to go up for a dunk. And he get the tip in. Flanagan with the point. You saw what Cox intended to do. He just shot it over the goal.
Yes.
So Flanagan reach up and just slam it. Ball turned over that time by Modulin as he threw it out of bounds. 37-7 with 4:03 left in his first half. Cox knew what he wanted to do, and Flanagan was trying to get there, and he got bumped a little bit, but he did get the tip in. Roby kicks it back to Cox for three, scores it.
Good ball movement there by the Bearcats. Touch pass.
The one thing I'm seeing tonight, Ed, versus the other games I watched, a nice drive that time, but Sanders couldn't get it to go. Gerald the rebound. Sifford quickly in the front court. The one thing I'm noticing, the Bearcats shooting is much better, and the football is getting out of them. We got an offensive foul against Taylor Gerald, his second. Rams are now in the bonus. Brent Harris checks in for Jake Cox. But that's the one thing I'm noticing, that they're shooting. They were getting good shots early in earlier games. They just couldn't get them to go, those three-pointers. But You can tell they've been shooting and shooting and shooting, and the more they shoot, the better they're gonna get with their touch. Cox inside against Flanagan, puts it up, will not go. Roby with the rebound into the front court, gets it to Hester, back to Roby. Roby for three, write it down.
Logan Roby, 1, 2, 3.
That's 5 threes already for the Bearcats this first half. 43-7. Henson throws the ball off Hester to stay with the Rams with 2:58 to go. You see what I'm talking about, the shooting, though?
Absolutely. Tell their work in the gym's paying off.
Yeah, Bearcats keep this up. I mean, they're going to be a team to reckon with in the Christmas tournament. The guards are starting to where they can penetrate. Chase Young, 5'9" sophomore, wears number 3, checks in for Josh Sifford. He's only a sophomore. He's going to get some playing time on that varsity. Nice three at time put up by Landon Robert. He has 5 1/4, 7 in the game. Flanagan for three. Will not go. It's short.
Young with the rebound.
He gets it to Hester. Hester's going to put up a three. Hits the front of the rim. Flanagan fights for it. He was out of bounds on the rebound. Bollinger checks back in for Jarrell for the Bearcats with 2:34 left in his first half. 43-10. We felt like the Bearcats would win and win kind of handily, but still yet it's better than just playing a scrimmage game.
Absolutely.
Young with the ball. 2:20 left in his first half. Roby gets it to Hester. Hester drives in, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Cox gets his third foul, 19th foul. Checking in for Cox is Zach Estes. Where's number 50? Hester has 3 points tonight. He's 1 for 1 from the line. Shot missed everything. We'll go over to the Rams.
Alex Eichhorn.
Fortner out. Eichhorn in for the Rams. Eichhorn wears number 11. He's a 6-foot senior. Sanders with a shot off the front of the rim. Rebound by Bollinger. Gets it to Hester. Hester with a good fake. Put up a three at time. A Bollinger will not go. Young with a rebound. A good turnaround. Puts it back. Will not go. Flanagan fights for the rebound. Tips it out. He still has the ball. Gets it to Hester. To Bollinger. 1:40 left in his first half of play. Been all Bearcats from the start. We got a pushing foul against Alex Eichhorn of the Rams. His first to the line to shoot two since they're in the double bonus will be Alan Flanagan. He has 4 1/4, 16 in the first half. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Knocks the first one down. He's also 2 for 4 from 3.
Getting it done tonight offensively, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Also, he has a couple of blocks in the game and a few rebounds as well.
Brandon Moore getting ready to check in for the Bearcats. Knocks the second one down, and he's going to take Flanagan's place. Brandon Moore is a 6'2 junior, wears number 34. Henson with the ball into the front court. Skips it down to Estes, and we're going to have a foul. Foul will go against Brandon Moore, his first. Team's 8.
Extra foul 34, Brandon Moore, his first personal team foul number 8. At the line, shooting 1-and-1 for the Rams, Zach Estes.
Zach Estes, a 5'10 junior, is not scored tonight. Knocks the first one down. We'll get the second. Get the
Big
bonus.
guy's got a soft shot as well.
He does. 1:28 left in his first half. Second one, in and out, tipped around. We're going to have another foul.
Scott City foul number 3, Landon Robert.
Go against Landon Robert, number 3, his first. The line to shoot two will be Bollinger. Jacob Bollinger, or pardon me, Brandon Moore, the 6'2 junior. Boy, he just steps up there, one dribble, and he's ready to go. I like that. Steady long, steady wrong. He says one dribble, wham, let her go. 47-11, 1:25 left in his first half of play. Henson with the ball. Gets it down to Robert.
Trap.
Robert.
And the turnover.
Robert has it taken away. Roby gets it to Hester. Hester gets it to Young. Skips it over to Roby. Roby for three. Write it down.
Three.
Logan Roby, his second three of the quarter. He has 6 in a game. Robert Henson with the ball. Gets it to Robert. Robert inside. Loses a handle on it. We're going to have a jump ball. Jump ball will go to the Rams or go to the Bearcats. You know, it's 50-50 when you call it on a jump ball. It's either with the Rams or the Bearcats. So
as long as that's the two teams playing.
I kept getting the Cougars and the Greyhounds mixed up the other night. Tyler just said, call them Rector and Marmaduke.
There you
said,
go.
Okay.
Absolutely.
He's such a good helper, you know.
That's why he's the producer.
That's why he's the man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dexter foul number 22,
Logan Roby with an illegal screen. It's going to be his third foul.
Foul number 9 on the Bearcats.
30 seconds left in his first half of play. It's been all Bearcats from the very start. Henson with the ball. They've led right from the start. Ball tipped around, but Roberts comes away with it. Gets it to Modulin. Inside to Estes. He goes against Brandon Moore, who we call for the foul. His second, team's 10th, both teams in the double bonus. Estes in the process of shooting, so he'll get, or an active shooting, he'll get to shoot 2 free throws.
Zach Estes.
Estes, as you said, Ed, has a very soft shot. You awake?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right. Just checking. Second one will not go.
Rebound on
Moore with the rebound. Gets it to Hester. 5 seconds left. Hester's going to drive. We got palming the ball with 4 seconds left in the second quarter. Modulin will inbound. Gets it to Henson. Henson's going to drive across center line. Puts that up at the horn. Will not go in the first half of play. Bearcats 50, the Rams 12. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with your halftime stats and talk about the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament starting next week.
First Midwest Bank of Dexter is proud to welcome Chris Geatley as Assistant Vice President and Loan Officer. Chris graduated from Dexter in 2005 and just completed his MBA in Finance. He and his new wife Maddie are making Dexter their home. Please stop by the bank and let Jack, Ken, Donna, Mark, or Chris assist you with your next loan request. First Midwest Bank is a proud sponsor of the Dexter Bearcats. First Midwest Bank is a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender.
For lunch, supper, anytime, the best food in Dexter is always Pizza Hut Wing Street. Our famous pizzas are handmade with all natural ingredients, no fillers, no preservatives. For a quick lunch, try our buffet. Eat all you want. Our delicious pasta selections will soon be your family favorite. And Wing Street wings are perfect for get-togethers. Wing it like a pro. Add potato wedges, dunkers, or mini pies with a 2-liter of your favorite Pepsi product, and you've got a full meal. There's always something good cooking at your Dexter Pizza Hut. Call or order online today.
We know you have many choices in automobile dealerships, but at Glen Sain, our customers are special. We want you to understand that we're always working very hard to please our customers. We have a great selection to choose from, and with the 0% and the rebates and our prices at Glen Sain, it's a great time to buy. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glen Sain. We want you to come see us, and God God bless our troops.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Well, welcome back. We're going to give some stats here at halftime. Then we're going to talk about the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Halftime stats tonight brought to you by Missouri Southern Healthcare. Missouri Southern Healthcare with hospital here in Dexter with clinics all throughout our area. The newest clinic they have, Ed, is there at the Walmart. Open 10 to 10 Monday through Saturday and noon to 6 on Sunday.
Yes.
If you got a
Immediate
sore throat, earache, yeah, immediate care. Also, they are going to be in the Malden. They have formed a coalition there with Dr. Bill Moorhead, William Moorhead, at 500 North Douglas. Will take that clinic over on Monday, January the 3rd. Their offices will be open. The clinic will be open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, closed on Wednesdays presently. They'll be working on that. And, again, invite all the clients of all the patients of Bill Moorhead. He'll still be there. And then there'll be some other doctors there. So visit the Malden Clinic. It is going to be open there. Let's give the first half stats for the Bearcats. They're led in scoring by Alan Flanagan with 18 points. Then a lot of scoring by all the Bearcats. Logan Roby with 6 to Jake Cox, 5 to Jordan Fitz, 3 each to Bryn Hester, Josh Sifford, and 2 to Tyler Miller and Brandon Moore. Free throw wise, 11-14 for the Bearcats, scoring 27 in the first quarter, 23 in the second quarter. For the Rams, led in scoring by Landon Robert with 7, 3 to Logan Hitson and 2 to Zach Estes, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 points in the first quarter, 10 in the second quarter. And that's basically about all we can say about that game. Ed and I want to talk about the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament, which starts on Monday, the December 27th. That's this coming Monday, December 27th. And this will be the 54th Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. YHC will be broadcasting all 26 games live on Channel 21, New Wave Communications Cable, and also streaming on the internet at yhctv.com. Now, just because we're doing the game live, we want you to come out to the tournament each and every night. Maybe you're only going to want to watch one game or two games. Watch prior to, come watch your game, and go home, watch the balance, or whatever. But come to the tournament. You will not find a better atmosphere for high school basketball than the Bloomfield Gym. It's everything's closed in. Seats a little over 2,200 people. And
there'll be about 2,500 in there.
Oh, yeah, especially championship night. Wow.
Absolutely. And also, Bill, we want to say thanks to New Wave Communications for all their help and assistance and making the facilities there where YHC can be there live. So just New Wave continuing to want to bring a quality product to their customers throughout Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas.
Yeah, we appreciate
Bobby Marnell working with Tyler to make the technical aspects worked out. And it's going to just be another, like you said, a great tournament. And also, we saw it last year. Your idea, the 2 cameras there in the championship games, that's great. just adds a little bit more perspective and a different aspect of the game. But we're getting ready to get to the rankings here while we still have a few minutes.
Yeah, we, and again, what we're thanking people, want to thank the Bloomfield administration and school board for all their help. Last year they were very apprehensive about us bringing that tournament, and they had record crowds, and they welcome us back this year. And again, if you enjoy that, we need to go out to the tournament each and every night or each and every day, whichever. Just show up, come in, watch a game or two, go home, watch the rest of it on TV. Stop at the concession stand while you're there. I guarantee you, they always have a great hot dog, good pizza, good popcorn, and, of course, all the soda you can drink.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the seating. Kennedy Indians seated first. They will open up play against East Prairie at 9 o'clock on Monday morning. Following that game will be number 2 seed Dexter. They'll play South Pim, and that game's slated for around 10:15. Could be a 10:30 game, but Dexter and Bernie tied for the second seed. The flip of the coin, Dexter wins. They'll play South Pim. Third seed Bernie, because they lost the coin flip, will play Puxico following that Dexter-South Pim game. And then Portageville-Malden will play at 12:45. Now, again, I think Portageville better bring a towel. If all the Malden players show up, get on the bus and come to the game with an attitude to play, Malden has some athletes. They could create trouble for Portageville.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Then you've got Bloomfield playing Saxony Lutheran. Saxony Lutheran, a new team to the tournament, and they beat Portageville at their place a couple of weeks ago. So you never know what Saxony Lutheran will do. Bloomfield, have seen them play. They really look good. They go about 8-9 deep, and they're a good ball club. They could be a dark horse in this tournament.
Absolutely, because they always bring their best game to their home field, and regardless of what time of day regardless of what time of day they play, the gym's going to be packed for the Bloomfield Wildcats.
Twin Rivers is seeded 6th this tournament. Will play Richland. That game's starting about 4 o'clock. Twin Rivers got a good ball club. They're well balanced. They beat Portageville earlier, then turned around and lost to Bloomfield after they had beat Bloomfield down at the Holcomb tournament. Lose to Bloomfield on their home court. So you've got that. We got some teams that are going to be very tightly matched. 7th seed Hayti will take on Donovan. Look for the Donovan Dons to give Hayti all they want, maybe more. Hayti started off the year good. Now they're really having trouble getting it together. And the last game of the night should be the dandy. Van Buren and Holcomb. Watch the Holcomb team. 2 sophomores and the Reeves, the junior. He's also got a brother. It's a freshman. Those 2 guards handle the ball well. The 2 big boys from Holcomb. Holcomb could be the dark horse of that tournament. Can they play with Kennet if they beat Van Buren? I don't think they can, but I want to tell you, they're going to be a good team. Seth McBroom does a good job with that club. We'll talk more about that tournament as this game goes on. Rams will start the second half with the ball as Modulin gets it to Sanders. Dexter in a man-to-man. Flanagan got off his man and helped stop. Man, we're going to have a blocking call against Jake Cox. His first foul of the game, first one of the second half on the Bearcats. Cox inside, goes up against Flanagan, will not go. Flanagan has it go off his hands, out of bounds, will be go over to the Bearcats. 7:43 left in the third quarter. Now that tournament for Bloomfield, we're going to have some games there at the first. They're probably going to be, 30-plus points, maybe 1 or 2 games like that. But I think the rest of them are going to be good ball games.
I agree. Going to be a lot of excitement, and like I said, first couple of games may not have quite as much, but once we get going about midday on Monday, we ought to start seeing some really good basketball.
Pitch that time of the drive, couldn't get it to goal. Ball bounces around, out of bounds off the Bearcats. Good hustle, but just couldn't save it, was Tyler Miller. Pitts made a good drive, he just couldn't get it to go. I mean, it was a good drive down the lane. We got a foul.
Scott City foul number 34, Ryan Fortner. His first.
Ryan Fortner called with an elbow foul for the Rams. His third foul. Each team now with 1 in the second half.
That was a double foul. The foul is also on Dexter's number 24, Tyler Miller.
And Tyler Miller's double foul, so they'll go with the jump ball. Alternate possession will go over to the Rams. Sanders with the ball, gets it down to Modulin, back to Fortner. Inside to Cox. Cox with a turnaround jumper will not go. Lee with the rebound. Quickly down the floor. Good drive by Tyler Miller. Boy, he went in with, nobody was going to stop him, I can tell you that. Looked like a freight train going through there. Modulin with the ball. Gets it to Sanders, puts it up. Nice move. By
Way
the
to
young
work the
man. His
baseline
first
there by
bucket.
Sanders. He drew his defense out and then snuck in back door.
Yep. Jesse Sanders with his first basket. Flanagan with his first shot of the second half will not go. Lee with the rebound, puts it up and in. I'll tell you what, Lee really amazes me at his size. He's 6'2", and that's not big, okay,
Right.
by today's standards. But he plays big underneath.
Does a good job of getting his feet set and getting positioned.
Foul on Sanders, his second, team's second of the second half.
One for Jake Lee.
Lee completes the three-point play. He now has 8 in the game. Sanders out front. Dexter in that man-to-man defense. Cox on the baseline, puts up a shot, will not go. Ball blocked that time by Miller. On a shot put up by Modulin, but off Dexter's hands, out of bounds. Will stay with the Rams. Estes coming in for Cox for the Rams. 6:10 left in this third quarter. Ball tipped out of bounds by Miller. Will stay with the Rams. Modulin to inbound. Gets it out to Fortner, to Sanders. Good takeaway by Fitz. He's going to go in for the layup. Cannot get it to go. Out of bounds off of
Sanders. Off of
Dexter.
Sanders. My bad. That's 2.
Well, if that's the only 2 you missed, you've done a good job tonight, Ed. Try that time by Roberts. He goes underneath. Flanagan gets a hand up, makes him alter his shot. Lee comes away with the rebound. Gets it to Cox. Defense to Miller. Good ball movement that time by the Bearcats. Good passing. Modulin with the ball. We're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Fitz. His first. Team's third of the half. Modulin to inbound. Gets it all the way out front to Robert, who gets it to Sanders. Inside to Estes. Estes working against Lee. Lee's going to be called for the foul. Jake Lee his first. That looks like the horn is going
Foul
on.
number 23, Jake Lee at the line shooting 2, Zach Estes.
Estes is 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Talked about him having a soft shot. He misses the first one. 5:23 left in this third quarter. Knocks the second one down. He's 3 for 6 from the line. Saw John Bowman earlier tonight. He's going to college up in Iowa. At a school up there, NAI school, and playing on the golf team. Nice drive that time by Cox. Couldn't get it to go. Estes with the rebound. Gets it to Sanders. 5:05 left in his third quarter. Back into Estes. He works against Flanagan. A good pump fake. Couldn't go. Flanagan with a rebound. He's going to lead the break. Gets it out to Cox. Cox back to Flanagan. Flanagan down to Cox. Inside to Lee. Lee works against Estes. Skips it out to Miller. Miller for the top of the key for 3. Will not go. Rebounded on the floor by Modulin. 4:40 left in this third quarter. Robert with the ball, gets it to Modulin, inside to Estes, batted away on a good defensive play by Flanagan. Cox on the wing, he does a stutter step, drives, foul on the floor, is going to go against Landon Robert, his second.
Scott City foul number 3, Landon Robert.
That's 3 on Robert, that's the foul I missed in the first half. Three team fouls now on the Rams. Out front to Lee, to Flanagan. Flanagan inside, puts up a 14-footer, gets the roll. Flanagan now with 20 in the game. Modulin with a shot, can't get it to go. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds off the Rams.
Checking in for the Rams, number 2.
Sifford, Bollinger, Hester, Gerald, and Roby in for the Bearcats.
Checking in for Dexter, 50, Taylor Gerald.
Eichhorn and Henson in for the Rams.
Josh Sifford, number 33.
With 4:07 left in this third quarter of play. That may be it for that 5 tonight, Ed. Inside
I know who you were
Gerald.
talking to.
Pardon?
I know who you were talking to.
Scott City foul number 11, Alex Eichhorn. Checking
Eichhorn
in for the
called
Reds,
with his
number
second
22,
foul, team's
Hunter
fourth
Cox.
of the half. Cox checks in for Fortner of the Rams. Out front to Bollinger, to Hester, and we got a foul. Foul will go
Reds
against
foul number
Eichhorn.
11, Alex Eichhorn is
His
third.
third.
Personal. Team foul number 5.
Foul number 5 of the half on the Rams. 4:01 left in his third quarter. Gerald inside, puts it up.
Travel.
Going to be called for walking. Hinston into the front court. It's at the Cox. Gerald works against him. Ball taken away by Bollinger. He still has it. He goes in, brings it back. Sifford has it. Gets it to Hester. Roby on the wing. To Sifford out front. Gets it to Gerald. Skips it down to Hester. Hester looks inside. Gets it to Bollinger for 3. Will not go. It's short. Tipped around. Sanders comes away, or Robert comes away with it for the Rams. Whoa, we got a foul. Hinson had the ball.
Dexter foul number 33, Jacob
Bollinger
Bollinger,
now with his
personal
second
team
foul.
number 5.
Team foul number 5 of the half. Both teams with 5 fouls. Modulin will inbound for the Rams. He gets it down to Robert, who puts up a 3, will not go. A nice rebound. He uses the left hand that time. Eichhorn couldn't get it to go. Sifford comes away with it for the Bearcats. Hester, pump fake, comes in and shoots 1 from 10, scores it. Bryn Hester, nice fake that time. Gets it inside 10 feet, knocks it down. He has 5 in the game, 61-15 with 2:55 left in this third period of play. Modulin has it. It's going to go back across the center line as it goes off the hands of Landon Robert. Bearcats will inbound at midcourt after the turnover. 2:45 left, Ed, in this third quarter. Bollinger with the ball. Gets it to Roby. Roby for 3. Will not go. Cox with the rebound for the Rams. Gibson has it go off his foot out of bounds. Turnover to the Bearcats.
Starting to see just a bit of frustration there on the Rams.
Well,
but they're doing a good job, still trying to keep that ball moving it quick, and they got it. Second series of 5 in here on the Bearcats, and so let's see what the Rams can do here going into the last 10 minutes of the game or so.
The one thing I want to say, though, the Rams have not quit.
No.
I mean, they're hustling. They just, they're just outmanned. That's all you can say. Turnover on the Bearcats with 2:15 to go. And I'm not talking badly or anything about the Rams. They're just outmanned tonight. Shot that time put up by Henson. It was partially blocked by Roby out of bounds off the Rams. Moore checks in for Bollinger for the Bearcats. Brandon Moore, the 6'2 junior, wears number 34. Hester with the ball for the Bearcats. 2 minutes left in his third quarter. Bearcats still running an offense. They're not going down just slinging it up. They're running an offense against that man-to-man defense. Hester puts one up from 15. Will not go.
Great positioning there by Gerald getting that rebound.
Somebody's got a cell phone down there, I think,
Yes.
is what's causing that. Ball out of bounds off the Rams will stay with the Bearcats. Taylor Gerald will inbound. with 1:47 left in this third quarter. Roby on at the baseline, gets it out to Hester. Moore has it to Sifford. To Roby. Roby lets her go for three, scores it. Logan Roby, his third three of the night. He has 9 points. Minute and a half. Henson gets the ball back. We got timeout with 1:25 to go in this third quarter. We're going to take a short break. Be right back.
We know you have many choices in automobile dealerships, but at Glenn Sane, our customers are special. We want you to understand that we're always working very hard to please our customers. We have a great selection to choose from, and with the 0% and the rebates and our prices at Glenn Sane, it's a great time to buy. I'm Danny Ford, owner of Glenn Sane. We want you to come see us, and God bless our troops.
Well, we're back at you here with 1:25 left in this third quarter. Now, the fourth quarter, the clock will run on the mercy rule. Team up by 30 points in the fourth quarter. As long as they stay 30 points or more ahead, the clock will run. Only on a timeout or an injury will it stop. We've got a drive at time by Landon Robert along the baseline. He's fouled.
Dexter foul number 33.
Foul will go against Jacob Bollinger, his third foul. Team 6 of the half. Robert to inbound, gets it to Cox. Cox to Henson. Henson drives in. Nice move by the junior. His second bucket. He now has 5 in the game. Sifford to Bollinger. To Roby. Hester has it. Gets it to Sifford. Down along the baseline to Bollinger. Turnaround jumper will not go. Rebounded by Robert. We're under a minute left in this third quarter. Henson gets it to Modulin. Henson tries to go inside to Eichhorn. Bollinger with a good defensive play steps in front. Roby has it to Sifford. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Bollinger on a drive. Gets it to Hester. Hester for three. Will not go. Rebounded by Henson, and it's going to be called a foul on Brandon Moore, his third. 14.4 seconds left in the third quarter. The line to shoot a 1-and-1 will be Logan Henson. Henson is a 5'7" junior. He has 5 points in the game. Can't get the first one to go. Tipped out of bounds by the Rams. We'll go over to the Bearcats. Hester with it quickly into the front court. Gets it inside to Moore. Good pass. He kicks it out to Roby for three. Short. Oh, Bollinger with a nice rebound. Put it up. Will not go. Henson with a rebound. Hits Eichhorn on the run, but the horn goes off to end the third quarter. Bearcats 64. The Scott City Rams 17. We'll be right back.
For lunch, supper, anytime, the best food in Dexter is always Pizza Hut Wing Street. Our famous pizzas are handmade with all natural ingredients, no fillers, no preservatives. For a quick lunch, try our buffet. Eat all you want. Our delicious pasta selections will soon be your family favorite. And Wing Street wings are perfect for get-togethers. Wing it like a pro. Add potato wedges, dunkers, or mini pies with a 2-liter of your favorite Pepsi product, and you've got a full meal. There's always something good cooking at your Dexter Pizza Hut. Call or order online today.
Complete customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Allen Christian and Dexter.
With Alan, Terry, Bruce, and our experienced sales staff, we make your buying experience simple.
We can get you the right vehicle, new or pre-owned, at the right price. No gimmicks, guaranteed.
Our selection of Buick and GMCs is second to none. Take a look at our inventory online, or better yet, in person.
Plus, after the sale, we'll take care of all your service needs.
You'll like the way we do business at Alan, Christian, and Dexter.
Just underway in the fourth quarter. Bearcats started with the ball.
Scott City foul number 41, Ryan Brock. Double foul, possession to Dexter.
We had a double foul there on Lee and Brock of the Lee of the Bearcats. And Brock, who is just in for the Rams. Nice drive by Miller, will not go. Brock is a 6'4" sophomore, wears number 41.
Miller with the steal and runs the court. Gonna be fouled at the shot.
Foul number 3,
Landon Robert is going to be called for the foul. It's going to be his fourth. Well, now they're saying Robert with 3 fouls. Miller to the line to shoot 2. It's the first one to go. Miller now with 8 in the game, or 7 in the game. Gerald with a nice save, gets it to Young. Young inside the lane, tried to hit Miller with it, taken away by Brock of the Rams. Quickly to Sanders, to Robert. Robert lets it go for 3, will not go. Miller with a rebound, behind the back dribble, still with the ball into the front court. 6:35 left. Lee with it for the Bearcats, gets it to Young. Young's going to drive. Puts it up, scores it, go to the line to try to complete that 3-point play. Chase Young is a 5'9" sophomore.
Nice drive there by Chase. Got a half step there on his defender, got his shoulder down, went up, there he is.
Nathan Ornson, a 5'9" senior, wears number 1, his first foul for the Rams. Both teams in the bonus. Young to the line to try to complete the 3-point play. Hester back in for the Bearcats. Young can't get it to go. He turned around and smiled as it was short that time. It was like,
he's like, man, can you believe I did that on TV?
Yeah. Not just TV, but period. Uh-oh. Taylor Gerald cleared out the way for a try. Got caught for it. His third foul, the line to shoot, a 1-and-1 will be Ryan Brock. Brock, a sophomore, played in that JV game. 6'4". Gets the bonus after he knocks the first one down. 5:22 left in the game. The clock is running. In the fourth quarter, again, a mercy rule comes into play. Knocks the second one down.
Ryan Brock for the Rams.
Young with the ball. Gets it to Hester. To Miller. Miller inside
to Lee.
It goes
Couldn't
off his
handle it.
hands.
Brock pleased it up.
Yep.
And turnover. Good hands there by Hester.
Dexter's defense in the center. Good drive by Miller and a good block by Brock. We'll say that fast 3 times. Good block by Brock.
For Scott City, number 21, John McFall.
John McFall, a 6-foot sophomore, wears number 21 for Scott City. Checks in. Checking out is Landon Robert. Robert has 7 tonight in tonight's game. Miller with a good head fake, drives in, puts it up, will not go. Off Lee's hands, back to Miller. He puts it up. He misses a shot, but he was fouled. He'll go line to shoot 2.
Scott City foul 41.
Like Brandon Moore and Jake Bollinger ready to come back in for the Bearcats.
Foul number 9 at the line for Dexter, shooting 2, Tyler Miller.
Miller's first one will not go. Moore and Bollinger checks in for Gerald and Lee for the Bearcats.
Gerald and Leah take a seat.
Gets the second one to go. Now has 8 in the game. Dexter in the first 3 periods were 12 for 15 from the line. That's good shooting. 2 for 4 here in the third quarter alone. Brock with a drive.
Nice move.
It
by
was.
the
I'll tell you what, the sophomore really had a good drive there. He couldn't get it to go. Hester for 3. Write it down, Bryn Hester.
Bryn Hester for 3.
Hester now with 8 in the game. Sanders with a good drive. Can't get it to go. Young with a rebound. All the way down to Hester. He kicks it out to Miller. Miller puts up one from 14, scores it. Nice jump shot.
Good shot there by Tyler. Nice shot.
Miller now in double figures with 10. Try that time by McFall, couldn't get it to go. Bearcats take it away. Miller comes away, or Bollinger comes away with it, gets it to Young, down to Hester. Hester eyes another three, it's short. Arnzen pulls the ball out of the air. McFall with the ball, gets it to Sanders. Oh, nice defense that time by Brandon Moore.
Good heads-up play there. Found himself out of control, going out of bounds, able to get the ball off of the Rams to go out of bounds, retain Bearcat possession.
Sifford and Roby check in for Young and Miller. Moore going to drive. Got a jump ball. Jump ball goes over to the Rams on the alternate possession. We're down to 1 minute, 50 seconds left in this contest. 73-19. Bearcats are going to go 2 and 5. And they'll play South Pemiscot Bulldogs in the first game, or in their first game of the tournament, the second game of the tournament, but their first game on Monday around 10:15 in the morning. We'll be bringing all those games live on White Sea TV. Foul on Josh Sifford, his first. The line to shoot 2 will be John McFall. Again, he's a 6-foot sophomore. He knocks the first one down. He gets the bonus.
Rams getting some pretty good minutes and possessions here with their sophomore play.
Yep.
Brock there and McFall. So
Dexter won the JV game by a pretty wide score. Nice reverse that time, but Moore couldn't get it to go. Got his own rebound. Put it back in. Moore now with 4 in the game. We're under a minute left. Arnzen inside, puts up a shot. It's short. Roby with a rebound. Gets it to Sifford. Down to 50 seconds. Ball taken away that time by Sanders, but out of bounds. Stay with the Bearcats. Again, from White Sea, we want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and look forward to seeing you at the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament next week. Hester with the ball. Gets it to Roby. Roby looks inside. Gets it out to Bollinger, who gets it to Sifford, down to Roby. Clock down to 14 seconds. Sifford to Hester. We're under 10 seconds. Bearcats just pull it out. We're going to let the clock run. Bearcats are going to come away with their second win of the season with a 75-21 win over Scott City Rams. Ed, let's just let's talk briefly here while we watch a few things. Again, the Bearcats just a much better ball club tonight than the Rams. Looks like. Okay. We're going to take a short break while Ed's getting some stats together. We'll be back in just a minute with a wrap.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Bank of Dexter is proud to welcome Chris Geatley as Assistant Vice President and Loan Officer. Chris graduated from Dexter in 2005 and just completed his MBA in Finance. He and his new wife Maddie are making Dexter their home. Please stop by the bank and let Jack, Ken, Donna, Mark, or Chris assist you with your next loan request. First Midwest Bank is a proud sponsor of the Dexter Bearcats. First Midwest Bank is a member of FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
So you're wondering what's the better deal, cable or the dish? Well, let's see how they size up. The dish has no local office, no ability to provide their own high-speed internet or phone for bundled savings, and can require a 2-year contract with hefty early termination fees. Cable, on the other hand, has local offices, its own high-speed internet, and phone services with a lot of great features.
New Wave Communications, there really is no better choice.
Hi, I'm Tyler Wagner of YHC TV, and I invite you to join us for the Sports Roundtable, Saturday mornings live at 10 a.m. for the first local sports show of its kind in Southeast Missouri and Northeast Arkansas. The show will include appearances from local athletes, coaches, administrators, sports writers, and many other sports commentators. Check us out on Channel 21 of New Wave Communications Cable or live on the web at yhctv.com. See you then.
Well, welcome back. We're going to do a wrap here on tonight's game at the second half stats tonight, brought to you by MSH, Missouri Southern Healthcare Hospital here in Dexter. Also, clinics all throughout the area. We talked about the new clinic at Walmart. The new clinic January 3rd with Bill Moorhead, William Moorhead there in the Malden at 500 North Douglas. So stop in at any of the clinics, or if you need more care than that, hospital, excellent care. I can attest to that. My wife had surgery this past summer and was well taken care of at MSH. Well, let's go over the final stats before we talk about anything else Ed's got on his mind. Leading the all scores tonight is Alan Flanagan with 20 points, 10 to Tyler Miller, the Bearcats, 9 to Logan Roby, 8 to Bryn Hester, 8 to Jake Lee, 6 to Jake Cox, 5 to Jordan Fritz, 4 to Taylor Gerald, and 2 points to Chase Young. 3 also to Josh Sifford, if I didn't give that one. 14 for 20 for the line were the Bearcats. For the Rams, 7 points to Landon Robert, 5 to Logan Henson, 3 to Austin Tapley, 2 each to Jesse Sanders, John McFall, and Ryan Brock. 7 for 11 from the free throw line were the Rams. Rams go to 0-6 on the season. Bearcats go to 2-5. Ed, you look at this game. Bearcats, again, the dominant team tonight. But, again, it's a momentum builder. The last 2 games, they have been runaways for the Bearcats, but they've learned to win. Yes. And a big, big momentum builder going into the tournament next week at Bloomfield.
Absolutely, and like you said, great momentum builders. They learn to win because, that first game in the tournament, they need to know how to put that team away as well. And then moving on, that second game, with the number 2 seeding that they have, they need this kind of momentum builder to get prepared for the tournament and make a good, strong run deep into the Christmas tournament next week.
Well, again, the first-round game against South Pim, we don't think it'll be, a real close game. But on the other hand, it's nothing right now when they get ready to tip it up. So, barring injuries or illness, you got to give the Bearcats a big nod in that game. But the second-round game, assuming they win, they're going to play the winner of Hayti Donovan. And the Donovan Dons, I haven't seen them play this year, and I haven't seen Hayti play. But again, Philip Taylor, the coach of Hayti, when the seeding was going, was talking about their defense playing real well, and it seems like ever since he made that statement, I don't know that they've won a game since. And, generally it happens that way. And they may have, depending on what's going on, they may have been disciplining some people. but we'll watch and see what they bring to the game.
And it could very well be too the competition that Coach played prior to the seeding meeting. You know, that maybe a couple of teams aren't as strong as he thought they were going to be, or as what they were projected to be at the beginning of the season. But he's kind of had a rough couple of games of it going into the tournament.
We want to tell you some of the people will be broadcasting next week. Terry McVeigh,
Yes.
Who is
as good of a basketball mind in Southeast Missouri as there is.
Not only that, football,
Yes.
any type of sport. But boy, he's very good in baseball and in football and all of it. He's got all the stats. Ed Gargis will be there. Lloyd Rice. We thank Representative Steve Hodges, State Senator Rob Mayer, also State Rep-elect Kent Hampton will be helping us a game or two. We've got a couple of guys that are going to be dandies, and Chris Geatley and Andrew Stever from right here in Dexter. They're going to be bringing a game together, and I look forward. Those guys are young, and they're excited about being on White Sea TV. Tyler Wagner, he's going to be doing some games. Also, we're going to have our Friday noon newscaster, the co-anchor,
yes.
Lindsay Schleif. She's a Doniphan native, played basketball for Doniphan Dons, the Lady Dons. Donettes, excuse me. And she and Tyler are going to bring a game. He tied Doniphan the first game at 5:30, and she's excited about that. She's never broadcast a game. And we may have some others stop by and help us out. Well, again, we know that we're going to have some great games. And, again, we got great people on the cameras for us. We're going to have Brandon Horton, Haley Stockton. We're going to have Krista Creasy, Levin Miller. We're also going to have Corey Martin. And we're going to have Rick DePriest as on our TriCaster along with Tyler. They'll be producing the games. And, again, it all gets underway Monday morning at 9 o'clock. We'll be on the air about 8:30 with your Last Cup news. It'll be a very short newscast, but we're going to do a newscast, bring it real quickly, give you some news things going on in the area. The 7 o'clock newscast will not take place next week, as we're going to be spending all of our time at the Bloomfield Christmas
Now, will
tournament.
that last cup, it'll be broadcast from the arena, correct?
That's correct. We'll be doing it live right there. Before we go off the air, I want to say happy birthday to my mom, Mary Lou Bearden.
Happy
82
birthday,
today.
Miss Hampton.
And we're just so thankful she's with us. She's had cancer now for 25 years, doing great. I guarantee if you saw her, you wouldn't know anything was wrong. And again, just a great lady, even though she's my mom. It's Mary Lou Bearden, and former mayor of Malden. And she's a very, very intelligent lady, and just a very beautiful woman.
Great game,
Again,
Coach.
Merry Christmas to everyone from
Great game,
everybody at the YHC Studios. Want to thank Tyler Wagner producing tonight, on cameras tonight, Brandon Horton and Rick DePriest. My sidekick is Ed Gargis. I'm Bill Hampton. For us, saying to you not only Merry Christmas, if you're out and about on the roadways, put the seatbelts on, because we want to see you a game in the very near future. And don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, look forward to tomorrow. Have a great Christmas, everyone.